Your financial condition has been dramatically transformed as a result of the sudden and dramatic increase in the value of a cryptocurrency. It is something that a significant number of investors in digital currencies hope will take place. On the subject of cryptocurrencies, which are extremely dangerous, there have been several rumors and hoaxes that have been flying about. The market can be thrown into a state of chaos by leaks. It has been reported that Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Chase, has leaked a forecast that Ripple's XRP might reach an all-time high of $500. This has caused the financial world to be vibrating with excitement. Is this a genuine opportunity, or is everyone just speculating about it? The purpose of this section is to lay the groundwork for a more in-depth examination of the Ripple effect and what it's all about. You need to take a quick glance at the current situation of cryptocurrencies and the functionalities of Ripple's XRP in order to get a better understanding of how significant this forecast is. In contrast to the weight of a speech delivered by someone such as Dimon, CEO Jamie Dimon is not like any other CEO. JP Chase, which is one of the largest and most important banks in the world, has been under his leadership for a considerable amount of time. The connection that Dimon has had with cryptocurrencies has been a difficult one, with him transitioning between cautious support and doubt at various points. He has a reputation for being very vocal. People pay great attention to what he has to say about the world of finance, and what he has to say has the potential to have a significant impact on the volatility of the markets. In light of this, the notion that he is in favor of a high future value for XRP is not just contentious, but also quite significant. If you are familiar with Dimon's history and the way he has previously expressed his feelings toward digital currencies, you will have a better understanding of the significance of his opinions in the world of finance. Ripple Labs Inc., the technology business for which XRP was created. Specifically, it promotes itself as a novel approach to the management of international money transfers, in contrast to the majority of cryptocurrencies, which are primarily concerned with privacy and decentralization. Ripple's primary objective is to make international payments more expedient and less expensive. XRP, the digital currency designed specifically for use on the Ripple network, is primarily employed as a bridge currency for transactions that involve multiple currencies. Because the futures of Ripple, the company, and XRP, the coin, are intertwined yet distinct from one another, it is essential to differentiate between the two. People believe that Jamie Dimon made a hidden comment during which he predicted that XRP will reach an incredible $500. This statement is at the center of this mania. As more information about how this breach occurred and what was included within it becomes available, the cryptocurrency world is experiencing a mixture of skepticism and excitement around it. Due to the fact that the veracity of the leak and the circumstances surrounding its occurrence have not yet been proven beyond a reasonable doubt, I find myself wondering how credible these assertions are. It is essential to investigate the origin of the information as well as the subject matter of the information in order to comprehend the potential impact that it may have. When the price of XRP reaches $500, it will have a significant impact not just on the people who use it, but also on the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. In the present moment, the value of XRP is significantly lower than this amount. A significant increase in the price would make Ripple one of the most valuable corporations in the world and would also result in a significant increase in the market value of the company. In this section, we discuss the potential outcomes that might occur to the global financial system, as well as the financial situations of individual investors in the event that such a hypothetical scenario were to occur. If you examine the price history of XRP, you will be able to observe how volatile it is and how the market has influenced its previous values. It is possible to determine the likelihood the price will reach $500 by comparing these trends to those of other significant cryptocurrencies. Additionally, one can determine the elements that could either fuel growth or stop it by addressing these factors. As is the case with all cryptocurrencies, the value of XRP is influenced by a wide range of factors, including the introduction of new technologies, the dissemination of information regarding laws, the sentiment of the market, and the fact that financial institutions are beginning to use it. Speculative drivers are separated from those that are based on actual use in this section, which breaks down these drivers into their component parts. Because of this, you now have a clearer understanding of the factors that could potentially be driving the value of XRP in the future. Even if there are some individuals who are delighted by Dimon's supposed leak, there remains a great deal of uncertainty in the cryptocurrency sector. Some individuals believe that the continued issues that Ripple is having with authorities and the fact that the market is dependent on speculative trade are significant obstacles that prevent it from expanding. In order to provide a comprehensive explanation of the dispute, this section discusses the concerns that have been raised and contains arguments from both supporters and opponents. Ripple has been the subject of extensive scrutiny from regulatory bodies, particularly the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States. Both the price of XRP and the number of mainstream financial institutions that use it are impacted as a result of this. The significant impact that the media and prominent people can have on the value of cryptocurrencies is something that cannot be overstated. As we move forward, we will examine the ways in which tremendous support and media hype, a number of factors, such as the alleged leak by Jamie Dimon, have the potential to influence market values. In addition to this, we will examine historical examples of how media attention has resulted in significant price shifts, and then compare and contrast these examples with the current situation. In this section, we examine the many possibilities that could occur for Ripple if the price of XRP hit $500. We are thinking about what conceivable events could occur. Its clients, as well as the entire field of financial technology, as a matter of course. Furthermore, it discusses the ways in which this form of assessment has the potential to alter the power dynamics in the financial services industry, as well as the competitive landscape of the cryptocurrency market. Ripple is a cryptocurrency that, when compared to other cryptocurrencies, shares certain similarities with Bitcoin and Ethereum. However, it also has several characteristics that set it apart from these other cryptocurrencies, particularly in terms of how it was established and what its primary function is. His comparison, which explains the reasons why this correlation occurs, demonstrates that the value of XRP may be equivalent to or different from that of its contemporaries. His comparison also explains why this association develops. The fact that the comparison was made is evidence that this idea is a possibility. The fact that he had made the comparison is evidence that this is the situation that must be considered. One of the reasons why this is the case is because the value of XRP is dependent on the technology that it uses, the extent to which it is deployed, and its capacity to satisfy the criteria that are required by the law. This is one of the reasons why this is the case. This is the reason why situations are the way they are. When taking into consideration the existing state of affairs, what are the actions that purchasers ought to take in order to cope with Ripple? Given that the cryptocurrency market is characterized by a high degree of speculation, the objective of this section is to provide some advice to investors who are contemplating Ripple as a potential investment option with the intention of guiding them in the right path. To be more specific, the part will concentrate on supplying investors with some information regarding the cryptocurrency industry. Not only is it vital to keep a degree of awareness regarding the most recent events that have taken place in the area of economics and the legal system, but there is also a considerable emphasis placed on the relevance of risk management and diversification. Both of these things are essential. Maintaining a current awareness of the most recent changes and keeping up with the most recent changes is the major means by which this objective can be accomplished. When contemplating investments in assets that are so prone to volatility, it is essential to take into consideration the enormous potential returns that are associated with those investments. Calculating the significant risks that are associated with those investments is something that needs to be done. This comparison is something that investors should take into consideration whenever they are contemplating investing in assets that are known for their high level of volatility. In this particular instance, the volatility of the item in issue is an example of something that investors ought to take into consideration. See also illustration. An illustration of how difficult it is to overcome these limits is provided by the assertions that Ripple's XRP would hit $500. These statements suggest that the cryptocurrency market is characterized by a high degree of unpredictability, and the economic and legal challenges that it faces are exceedingly sophisticated. Additionally, the market is associated with a significant degree of volatility. In this way, this serves as yet another evidence that demonstrates how complex the issues that the market is currently dealing with could potentially be. It is believed that these stories originated from a leak that was made by a person such as Dimon when it was first disclosed to the public. According to the allegations that have been made, this is one of the scenarios. A number of different aspects that are connected to Ripple and its coin were investigated in order to fulfill the requirements of this article. This investigation was carried out in order to complete the requirements. This article, which is intended to provide some insight into the future, is intended to provide a realistic depiction of what such a future would look like and how investors can safely navigate these turbulent waters. The post is designed to provide some insight into the future. There are additional objectives of this essay, one of which is to offer some insight into the future. It is my objective to provide some insight into the future by the substance of this article, and I hope to deliver such insight. Within the scope of this work, which seeks to communicate that perception, the objective is to provide insight into this perspective.